It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's all up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Jones now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They go play action now. Jackson. And his first look is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin the drive with Charles. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They go up the middle with Jamal Charles, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Again, it's Charles. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jones.
Jones now on the return.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. first down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
But Jackson going to hold on to it again.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Mahomes firing complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And again, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that, that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now it's Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson. That's complete, right around the 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, let's go. Let's go, fellas. Anytime that comes at me, I'm trying to take it to the...
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Jackson will throw again. Touchdown! A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Tucker with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
On the return, here's Hall. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now it's Mahomes again.
Through the middle of the field.
And down right around the 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A first down carry here for Charles. And a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board, and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Jackson going to keep it running right.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
He'll get that one to Taylor complete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff for Charles.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure You don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Ravens ready to take over. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running left, it's Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. In motion is Bo.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
This one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Up the middle they run. He might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 21-14. A little under 1:50 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10.
Jackson.
Throw left side complete. That's Mason.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught, and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Jackson.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
This pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Jackson.
Left side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
This is 1st and 10. Jackson to throw.
He's got Smith here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Here's 1st down. Here's Jackson.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Let's go, man.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
2nd and 10. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. That one caught by Rice. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Jackson now. He's got Mason complete. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again is Jackson. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off on the touchdown reception by Derrick Henry. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Hall not going to bring this one out. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes on target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mahomes throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Jackson. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd down and 6. Now Jackson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Ravens send their punter out now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove.